Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Sarasota. We're here to support you in finding a personal relationship with the God of your understanding and discovering what you already know. My name is Jaren Nelson, and I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the Center. And I greet you with Namaste. Namaste is a Sanskrit word and means the divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Let's begin by joining our voices from wherever you are to read aloud our vision and mission. The words can now be seen on your screen. Our vision is empowering spiritual growth as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. And this is our mission. We are a loving, inclusive, worldwide community, empowering spiritual growth. We do this by teaching science of mind principles and other life-affirming spiritual truths. We explore, we learn, we grow, we connect, honoring all paths to God. We offer in-person and online weekly services, classes, workshops, affirmative prayer support, and other spiritual tools. We create opportunities for joyful, social connection, community outreach, and service. We celebrate the awakening of our innate spiritual magnificence. We now have come to the time in our service where we pause. We take a few minutes and just go within. I encourage you to get comfortable in your chair, relax the body, close the eyelids, and just allow your breathing and the mind to slow down and find that inner stillness that is always within us, and listen as Fawny sets the tone with I Am So Blessed by Karen Drucker. Feel free to sing or hum along if you desire.
Okay.
Just let it run.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We know God is all there is, and that God is forever singing a joyous song, we realize that the only way the joy of the Spirit can express in our world is by allowing our innate joy to come bubbling up from within. For joy is our pre-existing condition. No one can create or destroy our joy, for it is spirit within that is the cause and producer of our happiness. The fullness of joy is ours today and every day because we align with the essence of the indwelling spirit in ourselves and others. We refuse to give in and stay stuck in self-pity. Instead, we saturate our thinking with the knowledge of our abundant joy right now. Happiness is our heart, and joy is in our soul. We laugh freely and live in peace. We give the gift of joy to all whom we meet. We speak only of those things which bring joy to our friends and happiness to ourselves. We are experiencing our present world as heaven as we see all others as spiritual beings. Seeing God everywhere, our joy is full. With great gratitude, we give thanks for the unfailing presence of Spirit within all and for the joy we now experience in our lives as a direct result of our acknowledgement of Spirit as all. We let it be, and so it is. Today, we are delighted to have our spiritual leader, the Reverend Karen Wolfson, sharing another inspiring message with us entitled, Think Less and Thank More. Gratitude is unabashed joy. Unabashed joy, that sounds pretty amazing, doesn't it? Well, before we hear more about that, we're going to hear again from today's talented guest soloist, Fawny, accompanied by Bob Teesdale, as they pave the way for Reverend Karen's talk with Being Happy by the Gaithers. Welcome, Fawny and Bob.
A tendency to look at things on the dark side. The glass that always seems half empty to me. But since you've been around, it's getting harder for me to keep my spirits down. It's waking up with a smile sure new to me. You know, I could get used to this being happy. I could get used to a brighter day. If I'm dreaming or anybody slap me, sure get used to living this way. Sure get used to living this way. Spend all my life looking over my shoulder, running smack dab into hard times. Daddy say it seems like bad luck follow me. But since I came to see yourself, I've been thinking better and feeling well. And my old friend ain't believing what they see. Well, I could get used to this being happy. I could get used to a brighter day. If I'm dreaming or anybody slap me, sure get used to living this way. Sure get used to living this way. Just stop me if I start getting carried away. 'Cause this happy feeling getting better every day. Oh yeah. I could get used to this being happy. could get used to a brighter day. If I'm dreaming or anybody slap me, so get used to living this way. I could get used to this being happy. I could get used to a brighter day. If I'm dreaming or anybody slap me, so get used to living this way. So get used to living this way. I could get used to this being happy. I could get used to a brighter day. If I'm dreaming or anybody slap me, sure get used to living this way. Sure get used to living this way. I like living this way.
Wow, thank you, Fawny and Bob. You know, I love those words. You know, I could get used to this being happy. I could get used to a brighter day. If I'm dreaming, don't anybody slap me. I could get used to living this way. That music, that message can't help but lift us out of any post-Thanksgiving letdown we might be experiencing. And it sets the table for a joyful upcoming holiday season. So, right in sync with that theme, wrapping up my 3-week series on gratitude, the title for today, Gratitude is Unabashed Joy. Now, more about that in a minute, but first let's check in. I am thankful and grateful for you out there. Each one of you, just know that. Give yourself a hug for me. You know, I think about you all the time, and I ask in my mind in one way or another, how are you doing? I wonder how they are out there. I feel our connection, and it's so good to know that you are out there. And what really helps, of course, is your emails. I love hearing from you. Just a note or word or two about how you're doing. And, of course, if you're watching on Facebook Live, love to see where you're from and also your comments. And to you, our team of financial contributors, you are, thank you. You are continuing to be an absolutely essential part of that, of all that makes it possible for us to share our message, our caring, and our connection, as we're doing week by week by week. So thank you all for joining with us today. As I think of you during the week, I continue to affirm and see you as vibrantly healthy and abundantly supported in every way. So, this is the month of Thanksgiving, a time when we're especially mindful of being grateful. And yes, even in the midst of this pandemic, which means a lot of us decided to forego the traditional big family celebration of Thanksgiving. You may be really, I did too, by the way, and you may be feeling really down about missing out on family and friends and the kind of Thanksgiving that you've celebrated in the past. And of course, I missed it too. But there is still so much for which to be grateful. And I know you know this. For the past 2 weeks, I've been referring to one of the best gratitude books I've read, and it's titled Thank and Grow Rich. Thank and Grow Rich by Pam Grout. The title, Thank and Grow Rich, is a play on the title of the enduring classic by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And she gives him due credit for his excellent message. And then she goes on to say, but let's consider, just possibly sometimes, the real power is in not thinking, or rather, in not thinking in the way our minds habitually tend to think. She says, and see if you don't agree with this, our minds automatically leaf through our past information and our experiences, and from that old information create the present experiences, more and more of the same. So she says, forget thinking like that and simply start thanking right now. Because when you do this, you are initiating a brand new experience. Change your thinking, change your life. So my theme for these 3 weeks is think less, thank more. And the first week was gratitude no matter what. Second week was gratitude is a magnet. And today, gratitude is unabashed joy. Pam Grout says, when we practice this energy frequency of gratitude, it's so much more than a sort of self-help thing we should do. It is powerful, empowering spirituality. Listen to this. She writes, it opens a portal straight into the heart of the very field of infinite possibilities that you can't yet see. Now, the subtitle of her book is A 30-Day Experiment in Shameless Gratitude and Unabashed Joy. Unabashed Joy. So, gratitude is unabashed joy. And if you missed the first 2 weeks, by the way, you can go back and catch us on YouTube or Facebook, either one. But let's explore for a minute the relationship now between gratitude and joy. Gratitude is unabashed joy. And come to think of it, it works both ways, doesn't it? Joy is unabashed gratitude. I mean, we can't help but experience one without the other. I know when I'm feeling joyful and happy, that I may not be consciously aware, but I'm grateful. I'm in a mode of feeling of gratitude. And the opposite is true, or the other side of the coin is that if I'm feeling grateful, I am in a spirit of joy as well. So they're two sides of the same coin. And just a reminder, even as we discover the many gifts we experience for ourselves when being thankful, there is a ripple effect. And we're lifting and blessing those around us as well as the whole planet. Our thoughts create an energy field that ripples out to impact the world, to impact people around us, either with heaviness and discouragement or with hope and possibility, optimism, and joy. Even the Bible says, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, and it goes on to say, but a crushed spirit drieth the bones. There's even medical and scientific data that supports this. I'm sure you've heard of how many ways there is a positive impact of joy and optimism on our physiology, on our well-being. The opposite, as well as the opposite of on our physical well-being. When we're feeling down, depressed, angry, resentful, all of those other feelings, and we feel them sometimes. So I'm not saying just ignore them, but there is a physical impact. So it's important to recognize, gratitude and joy makes me a little bit healthier too. So maybe you're not feeling it, you're not in the mood, maybe having a cranky pants day or year. Who of us hasn't in this year of pandemic and turmoil? Well, I'm going to suggest 3 easy and enjoyable party games for experiencing this. I'm using the term party games because Pam, in her book, said that she didn't want to list a number of steps to experiencing this. She said that seemed too much like work. So instead she listed actually 27 party games. And so I'm going to kind of piggyback on her terminology here and call these 3 suggestions party games for you, for experiencing gratitude and unabashed joy. And the first is simply smile. Well, and laugh. Yes. Don't feel like it? Not in the mood? Well, sometimes we have to start with the body and the feeling mood will follow. Even W.C. Fields, he said, start each day off with a smile and get it over with. Well, you could do that. I was just thinking of how my sister and I, who are best friends, and she lives in another state, but we have long weekly phone calls, and much of those calls are spent in laughter. And the other day we had some things that we were laughing out we had seen on Facebook, and we laughed so hard, and we were just, it was like a little mini vacation. It felt so good. And those of you who know me, you know I love to laugh, and I love humor as long as it isn't hurtful. And this is a spiritual practice too. Ernest Holmes, the architect of our philosophy, wrote, "There is a laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There is a joy of the universe. Let's experience it." If I'm smiling or even laughing, I realize that I feel thankful. And if feeling profoundly thankful, I can't help but smile. So I challenge you to play with this experiment with this little party game this week. Now the second party game is have a good time. Yep, have a good time in order to open yourself up to gratitude and unabashed joy. Pam Grout says one of the greatest ways we can demonstrate gratitude to our fellow travelers is, hold on for this one, is to figure out a way to enjoy ourselves and then let people know that enjoying themselves is a good thing. Give them permission to enjoy because it's a good thing. Now that does make sense, doesn't it? Isn't it inspiring and even expanding to be around people who are enjoying themselves compared with people who aren't? A friend of mine and a colleague, the minister of the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living, Dr. Patricia Campbell, wrote a book a number of years ago titled Giving God a Good Time. That's some title for a book by a minister, isn't it? Are you ready to give God a good time? That's what she says, or she poses the question, and she says it's not asking God to give you a good time, but you giving God a good time. She says, of course, the God I'm talking about is not the big bearded guy in the sky who punishes or rewards on a whim. I don't think that guy ever has a good time. She says the God I'm talking about is the loving energy, the life force that flows in, through, and around everything and everyone. Every thought, action, and experience we have is God shining through us, having that experience as us. So, how do we give God a good time? By living full out, each one of us in our own unique, quirky way, by really living with fun and laughter and unabashed joy. Doing that, how could we not be thankful? And there is a Sanskrit saying, so simple, but it echoes this. It says, "Thou art God, and God enjoys being God." This irrepressible, joyful essence of our being that we're born with, our innate joy and happiness, can just bubble up and shine when we let it. And sometimes we might say, well, but how? But how? Well, it's simply a practice. It's a practice. And here's a tip in party game number 3. For gratitude and unabashed joy, be astonished. Be astonished. Pam Grout quotes in her book, she says, if we saw the world as it really is, we'd be dropping to our knees every 5 minutes just to say thank you. True. So one way we do this is when we let ourselves, one way we get in the way of this is when we allow ourselves to be distracted. Because we're only looking for the big boom, the big deal. And we miss the miracle, the opportunities to be astonished because we're looking for the big boom. A woman named Constance Arnold actually said that. Reminds me of Erwin, my wonderful husband, and me, who, when we used to go out on our errand days, we'd get into the car, and we'd hold hands and do a prayer, an affirmative prayer, giving thanks for the day, giving thanks for each other and our love, and then giving thanks knowing that we would be guided, guarded, and protected, blessed even as we were a blessing. And in that prayer of gratitude, going out in that beautiful day, it always was a wonderful adventure. We were astonished by a lot of little things. And when we would be leaving, the best part, I think, of Erwin taught me how to be astonished, actually. When we'd be leaving our condo complex and driving out to the main street, he would say, "Oh, babe, look at that sky. Look at that sky. Where else would you want to live?" And then he would go on and on about the beauty of the sky and beauty of the Florida sunshine. He was being astonished and grateful and feeling unabashed joy. And of course, that lifted me too. Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, a Harvard neuroanatomist, wrote a beautiful book called My Stroke of Insight, and it was based on her experience of having a very severe stroke. and the insights that she had along the way. And of course, now she is fully recovered. But she wrote, I wake up every morning, joyfully wiggle my toes and my fingers and say to my cells and my toes and my fingers, good morning, girls. Thanks for another great day. When's the last time you joyfully thanked your very cells first thing in the morning, and your fingers and your toes, as opposed to allowing that wonderful start to your day to be stolen by, say, immediately being overwhelmed by your worries about the day, or your endless to-do list, or maybe regrets about yesterday? Well, here's a bonus tip too. Don't let anyone or anything steal your joy. There's a poet named Brian Andreas who wrote this. He said, I love it when people ask me to tell them my secret for being happy, although I don't really have a secret other than, number one, I don't think the universe is out to get me. Number two, I don't listen very long to people who want to convince me that I should be unhappy. And number three, I pay attention to things that make me unhappy, and I stop doing them as soon as possible. And that's pretty much the whole secret to gratitude as unabashed joy. So remember this week and play some party games. Smile and laugh often. Be astonished. Have a good time. Because the truth is, as Pierre Teilhard Chardin, the modern-day mystic, wrote, joy is the most infallible sign of the existence of God. God wants to have a fabulous time by means of you. In fact, Fawny is going to sing, God makes me want to sing. Enjoy. See you soon.
I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Make me feel so good. I can do most anything. I am loving every living thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. We're all precious, no one less or more. We've all got the same treasure in the store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Make me feel so good. I can do most anything. I believe in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. I just dig right down to how I feel. Take a deep breath and grab the wheel. I believe in my guiding light. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Make me feel so good. I can do most anything. I am rising to a higher place, with the wind on my back and a smile upon my face. Living my dream a little more each day, and it keeps getting easy every way. I am rising to a higher place. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Make me feel so good. I can do most anything. I can't help me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Make me feel so good, I can do most anything. Make me feel so good, I can do most anything.
Thank you, Reverend Karen, for your inspiring message of gratitude and joy. Also, a big thank you to Fawny and Bob for allowing all of us to feel more of our inner joy as you sang Daniel Nahmud's God Makes Me Want to Sing. We are grateful for all the talents shared today. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota, we want you to know that we are available to you to support you in knowing the power and presence of your spiritual essence. We are here to offer prayer support, inspiration, encouragement, and opportunities for virtual community and connection. And we really appreciate your financial gifts so that we can continue to offer support to you. There are 3 simple ways to share your gift. On your screen, you'll see our website where you can select the donate button, which allows you to contribute via PayPal or credit card. You can also mail a check to our address shown on your screen, or set up automatic contributions through your own online banking. And now I invite you to take your virtual gift in your hand and place it over your heart, blessing it as you share it, and know with me, my gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper, and the divine flow returns it to me multiplied abundantly. Now please join me in saying our offering affirmation shown on your screen. I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. Additionally, did you know your financial support of our center also does good work in the Sarasota community and beyond? The Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota is a tithing community, meaning that we believe in sharing 10% of our financial good with local and national causes and organizations that are in tune with our vision. That vision is empowering spirituality as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. So it is our joy to announce a recent tithe to the Center for Religious Tolerance of Sarasota. The organization promotes peace and social justice through spiritually based interfaith activities. Their work is guided by principles of fairness, compassion, grounded in an abiding belief in the unity of human consciousness and nourished by faith. Thank you, our financial contributors, for making it possible for us to support this outstanding organization's work in the world. On our website at www.cslsarasota.com, we want to draw your attention to the green prayer request button, which allows you to send us your prayer request. Our 4 licensed spiritual practitioners, Kathleen Frankert, Ron Frost, Jim Grove, and me, stand by, ready to know and affirm spiritual truth with and for you, no matter the situation. Here on our website, you can also sign up for our weekly email newsletter or click on our Facebook link to see posts about upcoming events. In community news, I invite you to join me for pop-up prayers. Pop-up prayers are 5 to 10 minute videos focusing on a particular topic where I offer a short reading or quote, an affirmative prayer, all rounded out by an affirmation to take with you. These videos are posted once a week on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and in our weekly e-newsletter. I also encourage you to submit prayer topics you'd like me to address in future videos to the email that is now on your screen. Also, feel free to scroll through the topics addressed in previously posted pop-up prayers to find the encouragement and support that you need in any given moment. Also, continuing on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m., we have our spiritual living circles that take place on Zoom, facilitated by our licensed spiritual practitioner, Jim Grove. This is a great time in community and is open to all. This coming Wednesday, December the 9th, we will be discussing another article from the current December Science of Mind magazine titled Centered in Knowing. These circles are informal, inspiring, thought-provoking, and cost nothing to attend. To participate in this week's Faith Lift, email Jim Grove at the address on your screen to receive the Zoom link, discussion questions, and a copy of the article in case you don't have the magazine on hand. We sure hope you can join us. Now, as we conclude this very sacred time together, let us set the intention to move forward into our day and the week ahead, knowing that we go forward in peace, love, gratitude, and joy. I now invite you to join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. The words will be on your screen. Thank you so much for being with us, and have a wonderful week, everyone.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it